fear can sometimes show up in the form of perfectionism.
Mm.
When it's really like, I just am afraid of what if this thing fails?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's not good enough.
What if it's not good enough? Yeah, like what if it, like you said, doesn't measure up to
That's
how
good.
I see it in my head? So I'm tweaking with really no intent of ever like releasing this thing because I'm just terrified of when it's out there. What's going on, creatives? Welcome back to another episode of the Creatives Are Essential podcast, where we have therapeutic conversations for the creative mind. I am Christina.
It's your boy, Mark Lee.
I'm Joe. Walk on, friends.
And we're missing one today, but we have gained another one the way from St. Louis,
from the
Missouri.
Yeah.
Introduce yourself.
Oh, I'm Proverbs. Hi, everyone. STL all day. We represent wherever we go. Amen. Okay.
Hey.
Yeah, she from out there. Ain't that right?
Our good
They
friend.
can tell by the way you walk. You ain't from around her, right?
And you're not from around here.
That boy from Fort Lauderdale.
Right there, yeah.
Friend of the podcast, we have our dear friend Proverbs with us today.
Verbs.
Hey.
Standing in
y'all.
for the fallen one.
Oh my gosh.
Well, what's going on, everybody? How do you feel being here? It's your first time on. Finally.
I feel amazing. I feel like we've been talking about a podcast for a while, and then y'all started it, and then I finally get to be on it. So I'm excited about it.
Yeah, I see the hoodie you got on.
Hey,
Okay.
gang.
Rep all day.
Gang,
see
gang.
It? You see it. Okay.
Repping the mint. Okay.
I love it.
All right.
Well, I mean, we're not going to be before you long today because it is after 7:00
Yeah.
and we tired.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long
It's
day.
Long week
Well, yeah, it has been a long week and weekend.
and weekend.
Yeah, we're all a little delirious right
Mhm.
now.
But we're powering through because you know what? We said, all of our creative fans, our essential peoples, homies, friends, they need this.
They do.
We need this.
They do.
So we're powering through just for you guys. But also just give us grace in case this show goes off the rails.
We don't know what's
I
going to be
feel
said
like-
today. So
I feel like I'm known for naps, so maybe me being on here has brought this whole nap thing on us. No, it's just
we were.
No.
Maybe it added to the equation, but it was
add my
already
people.
Yeah, this train already left the station.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
We normally shoot like midday. It's just late.
Gotcha.
And when
Yeah.
the sun starts going down, it's just not a good time to record things.
Who knows? what
You'll
could
see it
happen.
on my end.
Yeah. Well, I mean, let's just jump right into it. Donda.
Nope. Listen, no.
Facial expressions,
No.
I mean,
thoughts,
honestly,
words.
if I'll say
Look at Proverbs.
No.
the problem for me, and I'm pretty sure the same for everyone here, was the very first track.
Oh my God.
It was weird.
Yes, like it felt like some like
Donda,
occult witches out in
Say it.
in Winston-Salem.
Donda,
First of all, stop.
Donda.
No, please.
I'm going to just randomly say Donda throughout the whole podcast. So just be
And if-
be ready.
If you see an end on this end, it's going to be the same thing I did to that track.
Bruh.
Skip. I'm not doing that.
I was with it for the first 10 seconds. And then after
Yeah.
I realized like 30 seconds in that this is all that they're going to be saying,
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, I think I'm just going to skip.
And you know what? And this kind of attests to my personality a little bit. Like even if it's like something weird or whatever, like I kind of still want to see it all the way through to the end to see, okay, maybe there's something else that is going to happen at the end of this. And I just sat there through a very weird track and I felt weird in that moment.
And something might have happened.
It
Well,
might have.
My lip, I'm not even joking, started like shivering a little bit, and that's when I changed it.
Oh, you got scared.
It was just like, and I
You
changed.
got
I
some
promise.
trauma?
Yeah.
It was just. I think it was the inflections because at first when she was like,
Yeah, it
Donda,
just,
Donda.
And I think
Donda,
and
Donda.
also like the timing because it got faster, like a little slower. Like,
Yeah, my
please,
spirit was
please
like,
don't do this.
Oh, y'all stayed that long for it. See, I don't even.
I'm like, yo, don't do your mom like that. This is your mom's name.
Yeah.
Like, don't, why?
Well, I heard someone say that this is literally how they conjure up spirits.
Mm.
Not sure if that's true. but that it's a practice, and so I'm just glad I skipped it. I don't know about you, but Joe, we'll pray for you later. Make sure you're fine.
Make sure
I mean,
Donda ain't with you.
Right.
If I show up tomorrow in a mask and just like you can't even see me with the stalking on my face,
Or
you know there's a
show
problem.
up as a middle-aged woman taking possession of your body.
Like, hello everyone, it's me, Donda.
Donda West.
Donda West.
Okay, this is
Okay, I'm
creepy.
creeped out.
Yeah.
I'm creeped out. So can we just
Hey,
move
people
on?
are gonna be watching it, like skip to the next track.
Yep.
Skip
Next
this episode.
Yeah, I'll be honest. I didn't finish listening to it all the way through. He made us wait for so long. I was just in no rush to now go and listen to this thing. Like, you made us wait.
So now we make you wait.
I'm gonna wait.
Yeah.
But he was gonna wait longer.
Exactly. Technically, we should still be waiting.
That's what we're gonna talk about. So he posted on Instagram and I believe Twitter as well that Universal Records had put, or Universal Music, whatever the record label is, they had put the album out before getting clearance from him, and that a couple of tracks or one or two tracks didn't make the album. But regardless, I went into the comments and everybody's like, "Thank you, Universal," because we just wasn't gonna get this album.
Yeah.
This man was like, when was it supposed to come out?
It was like 27 tracks. Like, what else do you want to add to it?
Right.
What else did you
feel
want to
like-
change?
He's a genius in that people just bought it. He was like, "Listen, I have events set up," and Universal was like, it felt like Universal did him like this. Like, they pushed him out. He was like, "Wait a minute, I got more to do."
I got a whole tour lined up before the album drops.
I wonder if he's gonna release those other tracks like as a separate.
But they
I
were
think they're
on there. They
Yeah,
were
it
on
was
there.
like the part twos, right?
Yeah.
Like there was like 3 or 4 part twos at the very end, which is basically just same song with different features on it.
Right. Go ahead.
Who was the person that said we were gonna get old Kanye? Because nothing about this.
They lied.
album-
That was
Well,
marketing.
I'll say this: like there were certain tracks that were reminiscent of like a graduation
okay.
or I'll say like a graduation type vibe.
So why not start with that?
Honest, I just
What tracks were they?
I couldn't tell you. 'Cause I only listened to it all the way through once. But there were just a few in there that I was like, all right, this isn't bad. Honestly, it was like maybe 1 out of every 4 tracks. Like it was something I'd be like, okay.
You're like, dang,
Like,
missed
dang.
it. Oh, there's another.
Listen, the
crap.
problem is like he was really trying to like take us on this like musical or
Spiritual.
journey type of thing. But I'm like, bro, I don't want that.
Spiritual.
I don't. This
know
is a
what else to say.
spiritual.
Donda.
Stop it. Oh,
Mark,
No, but it was
I'm
like-
telling you, I will leave.
Proverbs has left the chat.
Right.
Proverb's gonna be in the bathroom later with the lights on. Donda.
Oh my
This
god.
ain't
like
this does not.
Candyman?
All right.
All right.
What were you saying?
So-
All right.
What were you saying?
No, but I just felt like you're too deep into it,
Yeah.
like bro, at the end of the day, we just want you to give us a dope beat and like go in on the verse. That's all we really want.
Because we've had these experiences for how many albums now? Can we just get back to you rapping? Like,
Right.
can you rap anymore?
And did you hear the Jail song? Jail?
I
With
did.
Jay-Z?
But
with
Jay-Z
Jay-Z.
was rapping.
And it
Was
was
he?
a good, but like my thing is like, bro, just
What was
give me
Kanye
some
doing?
drums. Like, give me some drums. Like I really liked like the little, chords with the electric guitar, all that stuff. And I was feeling it, but I'm like, I'm waiting for some drums to come in. And I remember saying to myself, I bet he's gonna just like, wait till the last 15 seconds of the song and just put a dope beat on the end of it for that. And sure enough, the whole song is just guitars, and then the last 15 seconds, I'm like, I called it. And it was like stuff like that. It's just sounds
Just random.
for the whole song, and then they'll put a beat.
He's trying to take you on a journey, Joe.
Nah, bruh. Just give me a beat, bro.
We say we want old Kanye, but is he even there?
Mm.
Like, and
he's
can you
not.
go back to
Yeah.
old Kanye? I don't even think that exists. And there's this
Mm.
dual space because as an artist, you want to be free to do what you want to do.
Right.
And there's this level of I don't really know if Kanye is stuck on how we feel about what he's doing. This is his expression.
Yeah.
But also he know y'all gonna listen either way. Like he's been able to host these events and finesse y'all on a
there
date.
Was a lot of people there.
That's true.
Yeah, I had given up like after, I don't even know when, but I was just like, all right, whatever.
I gave up on Kanye when he made a whole beat out of the sound that the car make when you leave the door open.
I liked that. You talking about use this gospel on it? Yeah, I like that.
You also like Jesus is King, and I don't know if I liked it that much.
It had a few here and there.
I liked it better than this one, than Donda. I know that much.
I didn't get through Donda.
When did you stop? What was the last track? Because I didn't go past track 2, if I'm being honest.
I think, where did I go? I know I remember God Breathed, and y'all know why. I think Hurricane was the last one.
Hurricane.
I don't even think I made it that far.
Yeah, I think that. So to praise God, because it looks like that's where I stopped.
What track? Like what track number is that?
Which one? Hurricane?
Yeah.
5.
Oh, okay.
I didn't even make it that far.
That's 20-something. First of all, I don't want a 20-something album. I'm gonna be honest.
You could have cut that down.
But here's my thing.
And give me some.
What was he working on? Like, what else needed to be done? It's 27.
I don't
27. That's 2 albums. That's
listen,
how albums were back in like the
he was
early
working
2000s,
on his
the late
events.
90s.
Y'all didn't hear what I said? He's working on the
double-sided.
events. Okay, he was like, I got 50 more events. What is y'all doing, Universal? Universal, get out there.
Donda. Sorry.
Stop.
Okay.
I'm going to put you on mute.
Y'all need to put a warning label on this episode because Mark over there conjuring up stuff.
Golly. But yeah, so my thing is, he's the one who put the date out.
Right. And he didn't have to do that.
You don't have to. No one asked for the date of when the album was going to drop. When was the date? July something?
Yeah. It was like early July.
We're practically in September now.
Yeah, but it's been a long time. You know what probably happened? I'm assuming this is what happened. Is that he probably like booked Mercedes like maybe like last year sometime for this date. And like when it came up to the day, he's like, oh crap, gotta hurry up and get this out. And I think he just put a date out.
And he was going through like the whole divorce and stuff.
Miss me with that because no offense. I mean, divorces are, but he did this on the last album too, where it was like, oh, it's going to come out this date. And he got Kim tweeting like, Jesus is King is almost finished. And then it's you release it and the songs ain't even mastered yet. Like you just finished bouncing the songs and uploaded it to Apple Music.
Not Dropbox.
Right. Like and then you push it back again. And then you push it back again. But I brought up the whole thing with Universal because it just made me think about how we can all be as artists.
Yeah.
Obviously, we don't have the platform or the stage that Kanye has, thankfully, because I'm talking now, but I would probably be just like Kanye. Like how many times have we not released something or not even attempted something because it's not perfect, despite it really being like, in his case, 27 tracks that people seem to, I guess like,
It's, I definitely feel like that's I assume that's a common problem because I know like sometimes we can get caught up in all the little details. And, that stuff is important to us, but sometimes, everyone else doesn't care that much. But like, it's like, oh man, I'm sure he was probably in there like, oh no, I want the hi-hat to hit like, tss, but it's hitting like, tss.
Right.
You know what I mean? Or something about that, the little details that we get caught up on. I think I can't remember the exact quote, but it was basically like, your work is never done. It's just like, you have to cut it off at some point.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because like, we'll always find things to tweak, to turn, to color or whatever. But it's like, you gotta find your...
Done is better than perfect.
Yes. Yeah. Quote that changed my life.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope it's okay if I tell this story, but
Oh,
well, it's not concerning me. It's concerning you. Well, in a sense, for an example, I think we're harder on ourselves. Where people around us are like, "Oh man, what you doing? You dope." Because when we were on the plane, Christina, she released her website, and I'm just like looking. I see her in the corner of my eye, and she's kind of like, I could tell she's just a little frantic and jittery. And I'm looking. I'm like, "You okay?" She's like, "I'm about to release the website." I'm like, "Girl, you know who you are. Like, it's gonna be good." You know what I'm saying? So I think we just put the pressure on ourselves. And of course, she uploaded it and posted it, and everyone's looking at it. This is fire. But maybe Kanye or like all of us as creatives, we're more hard on ourselves because our work, we're really bearing our souls.
Right.
So.
Yeah, I think
I got about 27 podcast episodes.
But why is
I'm
that?
right there with you, Kanye.
Why is that though?
Before I answer this question, I love how Mark was like, "I got a story, but it ain't about me; it's about you."
Right. I hope it's okay to tell it because I'm about to tell it anyway.
I'm going to say it anyway.
God,
meanwhile,
so prepare your heart.
Like,
and she's like, "Oh, okay."
Why? I just think that I have this serious issue with perfectionism, and I just be stalling, or there is a level of what I want something to look like and what I think it should sound like or whatever, versus what I can produce in the moment. And so I just realized that what I see, if I can't create it, if I can't create it how I see it, I tend to back up. And I know that I can never get to how I see it if I don't continue to put the work in. Or
put it out.
Or put it out.
That's a word.
Yeah. But like I'll be recording, it's going great, and then I stall, and I don't even think like you could edit that. I just be like, oh, let's just start this over. And yeah, I don't know I don't know why I'm like that, but it's definitely a huge thing. So I have about 27 podcasts in the queue. Like,
so let's go deeper into that.
I feel like this is a therapy session that I didn't ask for.
This is actually an intervention. That's why we asked you here today.
Gotcha.
Where's the end button?
Yeah, don't do that. You said it's not how you see it in your head. How do you see it in your head versus where it is now?
So even when I say see it in my head, I'm thinking like, not really with the podcast. I would say with like maybe design or something like that, or just the way that I want something to go. I feel like I'm surrounded by amazing people, including you, who are like these amazing creatives, and you see what they produce, and you not intentionally, but you measure yourself up against that, and you're like, I want what I have to look like that, but I don't have that. I don't have the team. I don't have maybe some of the skill sets. And so sometimes you just opt out instead of doing what you can in the moment to grow to that. And so I found that that's my issue a lot of times. Like, like if I just had, but I also realized that like I bought equipment and things, and that did not push me any closer to what. So thinking that I needed the things to do it was actually in addition to the stalling, right? Because I have not.
Yeah, I think you said something there. Like, it's like, okay, I need this in order to get going. Like, I need this thing, I need that thing, I need blah, 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 whatever. There's always going to be needs, right? But I think it was, I can't remember the director, but he said, like, listen, like, you might not have a camera. You might not have this cinema camera or DSLR or whatever, but you got an iPhone. Right. You got something, like, just take that, get started, and then now let's build on that. Because again, like, I feel like that's the trenches, you learn a lot in the trenches. You learn, how to make things work. And all these, you're building all these different qualities so that when you get to that point, when you get that next camera, the one that got a little bit more, functionality, it's like, okay, now I have the qualities to make that even better. It's not the camera that's doing the work. It's me. Like I'm growing in this, and this camera is just a tool to drive that. So it's like equipment doesn't make us better. It doesn't make, the thing that we see better. It's really what we're doing behind the scenes and growing ourselves to make that thing happen,
Right.
Yeah, so. I think like at the end of the day, people are always going to invest in you. Granted, having something that looks really well is a benefit, but at the end of the day, they're always going to invest in, like, does this product serve me? And I think I learned that even working in software, because they don't care how it looks. Does it work? Let's get it out, and then we'll have a version 2. Version 3, version 4. But I think for us as creative, we're not so focused on the monetary gain as opposed to like the creative side and making it feel a certain way. So we're more reluctant to just release something that we see as unfinished, because although the money does help and we want the money, but it's still our soul that we're bearing. So we just take a little bit more time to perfect it.
Well, do you feel like as creatives, we tend to self-sabotage ourselves?
Yes.
So I posted something on Creatives Are Essential a few months ago, and I believe it said fear can sometimes show up in the form of perfectionism. Mm-hmm. When it's really like, I just am afraid of what if this thing fails?
Yeah,
absolutely.
It's not good enough.
What if it's not good enough? Yeah, like what if it, like you said, doesn't measure up to how I see it in my head? So I'm tweaking with really no intent of ever like releasing this thing, because I'm just terrified of when it's out there.
Yeah.
I
remember we went to that workshop like years ago at the church. Like they were doing their film workshop and whatever. And it was the first night where everybody was getting to know each other or whatever. And they made us pair up with someone either next to you or whatever. And you had to draw them. Like, so I'm sitting next to Christina. You don't remember? You might not have been there that night, actually. I don't remember.
So, but you were sitting next to me.
Or no, I was sitting next to Jamie. Oh. But I remember I had to draw her and she had to draw me. And after you've done it, you have to share it. Like, don't share it. But like, okay, now it's time to share your picture with. And that feeling of like, huh?
With the group?
With the person.
No, with the person. With the person. That'd have been tough. But like they were showing like that feeling of like showing something that you might not feel is that good, and it's you don't feel confident in it, but or you give all these disclaimers like, well, I tried really hard and don't feel any way about it, and it's like it's hard to bear something like that, to be able to put it out there, because you're leaving yourself wide open for critique and. Oh, this sucks, and, the internet is undefeated and, there has no shortage of trolls, but it's a hard thing to do, to be able to say, like, I made this, putting it out there.
Please like it.
It's like, please like this thing I worked really hard on,
Has anyone ever released anything that they just felt 100% like, oh, this is good. Like, this is going to hit? I think
have I?
I think I have.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's like, absolutely.
Do you know who I am?
You know me?
I think I have.
I'm
not
the
all
living
the time.
version of the fire emoji.
Not
of course
all the
I
time. Shut up. At least once,
Yeah.
But a lot of times I'm like, y'all, like I'll work on a video and y'all like, oh, this is dope. And I'm like,
is it?
But I don't have the footage that I wanted to really make this thing, pop.
No, that's real.
I'll be looking at y'all footage. And I'll be like, if this is bad, then mine. where is the closest trash?
Waste can, please.
You remember that scene from The Office when they were trying to decide if that actress was hot or not? Do you remember? Like, that was their term, hot. I don't use it.
Yeah.
But they were like, no, she's definitely not hot or whatever. She's like, no, it can't be true because if she's not hot, I'm not hot. And clearly I'm not as hot as her. But that's how it is. It's like we always compare. It's like if Christina's work isn't there, then I have no hope. It's real, man.
Yeah.
It's absolutely real. So it's.
Yeah. I just think whenever you're reaching another level, there's always going to be that fear. And sometimes we do stop ourselves in the name of perfectionism, when really it's just like we just scared of what that's going to look like. Because when you're doing something and you're comfortable with it, like what I do now, I'm pretty comfortable and confident in it. But there's a project that I'm working on, like a docu-series that, I've been talking to y'all about. And I've never done anything quite like that. So now I'm scared to the more I talk about it to people, I'm like, oh crap, this is becoming real.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure I'm ready for it to become real like that, because now I have to get producers involved and the talent and crew and all this stuff. And I'm like, I don't even know if I can handle this. This is this is a different level. And I'm like, oh, I don't know.
It's
tough.
Yeah. That's the level up.
But you can handle it.
And so
she
can
absolutely
you.
can. And so
can
you.
I. You're
can you.
Possibly. We'll see.
And that's
I'm just kidding.
Question that just brought a question to me. Why is it so much easier for us to see value in other creatives than it is for us to see in ourselves?
Because we can't see ourselves. You're looking at us. You're looking, but we can't. Because we know us and we know all our insecurities. We know all the things that we know us, and you only know what we show you or whatever. And so sometimes we're blinded by what we know about ourselves, and we don't know how to let that go and really hone into the gift or whatever. And so that's why you need people. You need people to help you get out of your head, right?
Yeah.
It's even like when we talk about the love of God, like, but do you know me? Like, yo, right. I am a terrible person in my head, but he knows that, and so I think that because we're blinded by what we know about ourselves. Like, you say I can do it, but I know that I struggle with consistency.
Listen,
I know that it takes a lot for me to produce this. To somebody it might look easy, but I know that it's not, so it's a lot of factors, but it's easy to see someone else, So.
Yeah, that's real.
For me, I think I'm just like, I don't want to embarrass myself. I don't want to like get around all these like important people. And then now I'm like fumbling, and then like the camera's not recording when I think it's recording, and just all the things go wrong,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's it's okay. It's gonna be fine.
No, you got it. You've already produced great work. It's just another level. I'm an encourager at heart, so I'm always like, I feel like that's a natural gift, is for me to see people and push people. But it's so hard for me to see that in me. So it's like, I'm grateful for you guys to have you guys around to say, no, that's good. Like, do that, and I value, like, it's one thing for the people around you who aren't that creative to be like, yeah. And I'm like, but I made the PowerPoint thing and you thought that was great. I know that was trash, But for creatives who you look up to or you admire their work, when they say, then it becomes real, so to have you guys cheering, us cheering each other on, knowing the work that you produce, like, that means so much more, and I love my mama, but my mama don't know nothing about, I was like, those are mama, encouragement, but I need to know, nah, that sucked, and Joe's good at that. He'd be like, oh man,
you a darn
I'm
lie.
kidding.
I was about to say, I be hyping my dog up all the time. Listen, even just when it comes down to Proverbs stories, like,
she be putting so much work. I was like, I don't know how you have time to make things look like this for a story. It ain't gonna be here in 24 hours.
Like, seriously.
I don't.
And she's like, but I'm not that creative, and I'm not that.
Well, when you have you all in front of me, it's just like, that's where I want to be. It feels, it seems effortless. And I know that you guys put a lot of work in, because I was able to see the process. Like, what I love about creatives are essential. Like, y'all got a whole, like, same room, and everybody could be working on their own stuff. And it's just like, y'all think I don't want to come to Florida? I do.
I didn't want to bring it up, But since we're here,
I do. But also, like, I'm married. I can be like, hey, Terrell, Florida next week. Like, I can't do that.
Why?
Well, try.
Also, Corona, but that's another thing.
We're healthy.
Yeah.
You know,
You are,
We get tested
and y'all
every
have gone
I get
to
tested
great
every week.
lengths to convince me to come, and so one day soon.
Well, now, you guys in the comment section, you guys can encourage her to come down to Florida. Just put "come to Florida."
Hashtag come to Florida.
Hashtag come to Florida.
Proverbs to Florida.
Yeah. Yes.
I don't read comments. So I'm just kidding. But I mean, eventually I will get there, and I want to come. But you know, Corona. But also, yeah, like it's not just that easy to like. Let's just go, you know, whatever like that. But I want to be there. So you know, in my mind, like once I'm comfortable, like y'all gonna be seeing me every quarter. Y'all gonna be like, first of all, we ain't say that much. We say like once a year.
I doubt that would be the case.
Which one? Me coming?
No, the part where we're, you know, not welcoming you when you're here.
That'll be.
I appreciate it.
Come on.
I appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
I appreciate it. But so I say that to say that just having that support, those people who speak over your thoughts or speak through what you feel, like that's important to have too. In the midst of it. So,
well, I
appreciate y'all.
We got you.
Hey, we got you.
Appreciate you too.
Appreciate you, big dog.
And I appreciate y'all. You know?
I appreciate this mic because my voice sounds phenomenal tonight.
Okay, Mark. I was about to say, look at all the love, and then it went from us to you, and I just don't know how we got here.
Right.
I feel like Usher right now.
What I was gonna ask
go ahead,
was to everybody that's dealing with perfectionism, including us, how do you fight through that? Give one thing. If everybody can give one thing. And I don't know. I'm more so on the listening end than the receiving end.
I was like, do I fight through it?
I'm like, I more so get punched. Like I get beat up by it. So
I cry, and then I'm like, all right, let's go.
Oh, okay.
Are you serious?
Like,
oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Like I go through like an emotional, like
cleansing.
I don't like be boohoo crying, but it's just like
I mean, if you are, no one judges you.
And, you know, and then once I get over it, I'm like,
I'm judging. I'm a judger.
Well, and it'd be the smallest things though. Like today, I was trying to figure out because I was using a template for work. How do I change the font? It took me 30 minutes to figure that out.
That's it.
That's a long time when it's right in front of your face. You didn't see font, the numbers. Like I went looking up tutorials. I'm like, where is this? It's like
he don't see us,
right?
So it's funny even to hear Proverbs say like, y'all just got it together. Y'all do amazing things, and I'm just like, it took me 30 minutes to find fonts in front of me.
Mark, I was impressed by you when you made this dating app that was just for play for Joe, and I was like, when we putting this out?
What was the name of it?
I was so
Cup
impressed.
Cup of Joe. So cheesy.
It was funny though, but it would look so amazing. I'm like,
gosh.
you just doing this for play, and this is what you produce?
Boy, just created
Amazing.
an app just cause.
No,
Just
trying to
cause.
get ladies a cup of Joe.
Yeah.
I miss you a latte.
I'm sorry about it up.
Miss you a latte, girl.
My goodness.
Oh my gosh.
We cannot do this at night anymore. We cannot.
No more.
I think these are the best kind.
I don't think
Change
so.
the schedule, guys.
I don't think so.
Wow.
Okay.
I mean, I'll say for me, man, I just going back to that phrase. Like I remember I was watching. There was this church that had their media department, and no, it wasn't. It was the pastor. I think he was doing some kind of course or whatever. But he had this phrase called "done is better than perfect." Like, and for some reason that set me free in that moment, because that's when I was working at the church and, you know, making all these videos and this and that and blah, 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 shooting this and recording that. And I'm just like, yo, like, this is a lot. And I'm like trying to, you know, fine tune all this stuff. But it's like, you know what? You gotta let this go. Like, we can't sit here and dwell like so long on a thing. It's like, just be done. Do it. Do your best, but don't sit here and like, because you got to get on to the next thing, you know?
Yeah.
So I think in that environment, it's just like, just get it done. Make the deadline, move on to the next. Outside of that, I haven't really done it gracefully.
So you need to pull up that message or whatever it was, and let's send that to Kanye.
Yes.
So that the next time,
come on,
he can meet his, his own self-proclaimed deadlines.
Technically, I'm sorry.
If y'all think Kanye is not being strategic, listen, he had 51 shows. It is not
just on tour.
I was like, how you going on tour before the album come out?
It's genius. And so
it's genius. He knows that you're going to buy into it. This man is brilliant. Like, he's brilliant. Artistry.
Are we giving him too much credit though?
I feel like
a part of it. I don't feel like every single move that he makes is like super strategic. I just feel like some things just be happening. Yeah. And
I think we give him a lot more credit sometimes.
Now, I'm not the whole thing with pushing it back. I feel like, maybe he did that intentionally because it just builds up more and more hype, and he just loves the hype train. But
he likes the attention. He likes the, I'm not saying this, but the way his brain works, I really do feel like, because he knows that either way the people will come.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, all I saw was them $60 burgers.
That's what I was going to say.
I'm like, bruh.
$45 fries.
Yeah.
I just imagine people looking and walking past like, man, I'm here. That's all I got.
Somebody bought it.
I'm about to say,
we can eat afterwards.
Right. And that thing started late. And
stomachs are grub.
Like, that food was the regular stadium food that they always sell.
Listen, somebody ain't eat all day and went to that thing, and they was like, if I don't eat, I won't make it to the end of the set. So I'm gonna have to just take that L.
Or just, who are you? Who are these people? Please tell me who you are.
People who got it.
Big money.
I'm gonna just pass out.
Who got it?
I'm gonna just pass out. Y'all gonna have to take me to the hospital.
I'm gonna be at the water fountain, like drinking water.
Sorry, water fountain's closed for COVID. Sorry, ma'am. $30 water bottle.
Yeah. Well, I think mine would just be do it scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's never, you may never, if you're going to different like heights and what you're doing, there's always going to be, and we've talked about this before, but there's always going to be another level that is uncomfortable, and just put it out and tweak it along the way. Like my website right now, I don't think it's perfect. It's nice, but I don't think it's perfect, but it was just costing me money for something that wasn't even out.
Right.
And the type of people that I need to be networking with and all that stuff now, the level that they're at, I can't be like, hey, y'all got Instagram? My work is on Instagram. Like, I need to have a website. So it's like, all right, get it out, and then we'll figure it out along the way. So yeah, done is better than perfect, and just do it scared, whatever that thing is. Just put it out.
Can we just take 10 seconds to give Christina a clap for?
No, you don't have to. You guys don't.
You guys at home too.
I was gonna say get you a universal, but everybody ain't able. So.
Right. I can be universal for y'all,
and we'll be universal for you.
Okay.
Like what?
And I'm in St. Louis, your work. I don't know.
Can I have a sneak peek of your work and then just release it? Just release it.
Got him.
Guys, he's been working on this for 3 months. Here it is.
And it's trash.
I just went on his computer and just stole it. And here it is.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in St. Louis, so unless you have high key tech.
That's what he's for.
I know somebody.
We can hack you. Not a problem.
Yeah. We already recording your IP address as you connect it to this Zoom call. So
feel free.
Tracking it.
Add some apps and some programs or whatever.
Yeah.
So I can get this done.
All right. Y'all got anything?
I got you guys.
All right. What's inspired y'all? What's inspired y'all this week? We need to wrap this up.
Yeah.
What's inspired y'all this week?
Mark?
I always go first.
My God. Y'all know.
Ahead, Mark.
I thought he was saying Mark
inspired
him.
Oh, I
thought
did?
He was saying Mark inspired.
Joe. Thank you, Joe.
Just take it.
Yep. You already,
Just
man, my
take
boy Mark, he's just been out here doing his thing and he's inspired me so much. And,
what specifically?
What,
what thing has he been doing?
Come on.
Just, the work that he's been doing.
Okay.
And I don't know if we're allowed, can I say that you've, moved?
Yes.
I have a story about you, but it's not about me. It's about
you.
you.
New place recently. It's very nice. He gave us the tour on FaceTime, and he's just been getting after it. My man is just checking boxes out here.
That was such a good impromptu.
Yeah, you're just doing it, man.
Right.
It's the R&B.
You're doing it.
It's the R&B moves for me, Mark.
Oh, the genuine.
Listen.
It wasn't the voice.
Proverbs, what inspired you this week?
All of it. What inspired me this week? Gosh, guys. Mark, can you go?
On the road doing yes. That house. We went to Virginia, DC, Virginia to do some work up there. And there was this house that we went to that caused me to reevaluate my whole life.
Never felt more broke in my entire life.
Never. I felt like I needed to pay them to walk in the door. But yeah, it was a beautiful home. And speaking of home, Joe, can I tell them about your house?
No.
First of all, you don't know how to whisper. I definitely heard it.
My dude Joe, he making moves out here. We just, house on house on house. So
he said, "Can I tell you about your house? Can I tell you about the house?" Okay,
just, closed.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Oh,
congratulations.
Condo.
Yeah.
I mean, condo house.
You
live there.
I still call myself a homeowner. I mean, it's essentially the same thing, but house condo. Yeah. So done did it.
Applause.
So
I'll probably have a post up by the time this airs. So.
Oh, you're gonna post it?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Good stuff.
Great.
He's so proud. Look at his face.
Yeah, my dude just been looking different ever since you signed.
He's glowing.
Oh, boy.
Are you pregnant?
Also, more news.
Well, guys, it's a miracle.
I'm pregnant.
The Virgin Joseph?
Yep, that's it. That is I.
Pregnant.
You're welcome, everyone.
Christina?
I will say for this project that I'm working on, this docuseries, everything has just been like supernaturally lining up.
Yeah.
Like literally everywhere that I go, even when we went to DC over the weekend, just some connections that were made that, you don't even be looking for them,
right.
or asking for them. It just be happening. So that has been inspiring me to just keep going because obviously it's supposed to happen.
That's it. Good stuff.
Can I add another one? Is it okay?
Oh.
Well,
you're already here.
No, I was just going to say, I think we all honestly have been inspiring me. Like, I think we all are, like, there's different things happening in all of our lives individually, like to see where we all were a year or even a couple months ago. And now it's just like major moves are happening and everyone's just
it does
flourishing.
feel good.
So you get locked in with the right people, it's just like, boom, the right things start happening. So
sure.
Glad to call
Good
y'all
stuff.
friends.
Oh.
Thank you for being a friend.
That's the only one now. You all inspire me all the time. Christina's website inspired me. Joe's just, you got a condo, bro. That's like big deal.
Big
and of course,
energy.
Mark R&B videos. I mean, what more can I ask for? I'm just playing, Mark.
Yeah,
just the creativeness. Yep.
All right. Yep. We really got
to.
Can we mute his mic?
You all, you being a part of my life has inspired me. I even share that with my husband. Like, I went through just this destitute place of feeling like I can't create or this is not for me. And then I run into you all and I'm watching you create every day. And it pushed me to want to. And so having you guys in my life literally has caused me to dream again. And so you guys inspire me, not just this week, but like all the time. So I appreciate you.
Get a little group hug. Can we do that?
You be saying.
Can we come on? Bring it in. Bring it.
It's just
I don't know how.
you can at least open your arms.
Yeah.
Oh.
She was hugging herself. There we go.
Yeah, that's
I know.
it.
All right.
That's
Deep
it.
breath on 3. 1, 2, 3. Good job.
Good therapy session, guys.
Appreciate it.
We are perfect.
We are essential.
You is important. You is kind. You is smart.
Well, we're going to leave it there before anything else gets said by Mark. So, thank you for...
Come check out the random games in my story.
Yes.
Just anytime.
Did you post? Have you posted like...
She's supposed to be doing some more
More?
games, but she hasn't done them yet.
I couldn't think of anything. Feel free to give me...
I gave you ideas.
I didn't like it. So.
Woo! All right.
I'm just kidding.
Can we
No,
drop
she's
your,
not. She's not. She's not.
Can we drop your website for the people so they can go check it out?
Yes, Christine.
We've been talking about it. We didn't tell them what the name of the site was.
Yeah, go ahead.
It's storytellers-creative.com. All
But
right.
they need to know how to spell
It's
it, right?
STRYTLRS-creative.com. Thanks so much, Dad.
Yeah. That's it. There you go, baby.
It'll
Had a
be in the description.
Had a baby.
It'll be in the description, right? Description, right?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe it
Link will
will.
be in the
Maybe
show
it
too.
won't.
Yeah.
It'll be a
It'll be
surprise. Hope you guys know how to
We're
spell.
gonna push her out there and
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put it in the comments. How about that?
That's cool.
Also, real
Okay,
quick,
cool.
Christina has inspired me to make my website as well. So that's my last inspiration.
Ready for that.
Yeah. See, she game when it's it's tough for her. It's okay, but it's a dope website.
tough
It's
for all
dope.
of us.
You guys are amazing. I just want you to know that. Like, you guys are doing amazing things. You're inspiring so many people. So keep doing what you're doing because it really is impacting so many people. So
I appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Yep.
receive it, believe it.
Thank you.
It's true.
Receive.
So
That's cool. Seriously, no. Like,
Okay.
so when we went to DC, I put out on the story for Creatives Art Central, like any people in DC, and like a good 4 or 5 people was like, hey, like we're creatives are offensive. Creatives are essential fans out here. Creatives are offensive on this show.
That's our spam page.
Right. But like the fact that people even like responded, you know, and like to a city that that was my first time in DC. I've never been there. And there's like a little mini fan base out there. I was like, man, people do be paying attention and listening and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
Squad up.
that's cool. That's all I have. Proverbs, thank you so much for hopping on with us. It's about time. It finally happened.
I know, right?
my pleasure. I appreciate the invite.
You'll be back. Definitely. Tell the people where they can find you on the gram. I don't know if you're still on Twitter.
Yeah, but don't follow me. I am Proverbs on all social media.
Is that Proverbs with a Z or an?
Oh my gosh!
Wait, so
with the S.
you got a one word handle?
I am Proverbs.
Oh,
yeah.
All right.
Let's hurry up and get out of here.
Thanks so much for listening to another.
I thought you was Proverbs.
No.
Thanks so much for listening to another episode of the podcast. Follow us on creatorsartcentral.com. Whoa. At Creators Art Central. And you can go to creatorsartcentral.co. New merch on the way. I just ordered in some samples because we about to do some new stuff finally. Because we coming up on 1 year and it's like,
something got to drop.
We need something. So check us out on the gram, Creators Art Central. I am Christina.
I am Mark Lee.
I'm Joe Stitt. Later, friends.
And this is
I am Proverbs.
all right. Later, guys. Peace.
Yeah.